Hi, thanks for joining me here at the day following today. It's Sunday, October 7th, 2018. Today's topic is etiology or origins or evolution, whichever you want to call it. Basically, talking about myself and how I got to where I'm at in thought, in belief. I grew up in a suburban home. My folks divorced when in my early teens. And my dad was a Navy pilot and conservative, though he did give me some cool records when I was a kid, Spike Jones and George Carlin's AM/FM. Also, I found Steve Martin's early album, the one with the arrow through the head. So anyway, grew up fairly conservative. My first vote was for Reagan. I would say from my dad, I quote him all the time, I quote my dad all the time, he passed away, and I quote him all the time. From there, probably Rush Limbaugh. From there, kind of Bill O'Reilly and Sean Hannity maybe. From there, also in that mix, kind of ventured off into a evangelical Christian kind of world. Deviated back away from that during this time. Then I went to kind of Glenn Beck. Did some time like Art Bell and some of those crazy topics. Then I kind of veered head on into kind of the 9/11 truth movement, the Oklahoma City bombing topic, the Gulf of Tonkin, false flags, things like that. Kind of stumbled on Alex Jones, watched him for a while. My wife has been very instrumental recently. Well, she's been instrumental for as long as I've known her instrumental to me. But recently, she's a therapist, and she does a lot of positive energy frequencies and healings, things like that. She's really helped me along in that regard to be exposed to it, and now I'm starting to understand it more. That the universe is made up of energy. That we're all made up of energy. I mentioned in a previous video a book that I'm reading right now called Frequency by Penny Pierce. Highly recommend it. Let's see, after the Art Bell and some of the conspiracy type things, further went down roads regarding birth certificate can be monetized, accepted for value, things like that. Jordan Maxwell series, David Icke, in the last couple of years, and made the turn here recently made the turn. Now I'm watching things like Jordan Sather, Brian from HighImpactVlogs, the whole volunteerism movement. Anyway, that's where I'm at now. I'm getting more in touch with my energy, whether it's outside of me, inside of me, or going through me. Trying to get more in touch with that so that my life flows better. It had not been flowing really well because I wasn't attuned to it. I was more of a people pleaser, and I would describe myself as a boat or a dinghy being battered around with all these people in my life that weren't positive, weren't enhancing my vibration or in tune with my vibration. And my wife's been a mirror of that, or a mirror of that back to me, and for that I'm eternally grateful. And I'd like to just thank her here, but also a couple of things I've learned. Number one, we shouldn't be following, as good as people are, as good as my dad or Rush or, any of the people that I've mentioned are. We shouldn't follow man, or woman for that matter, but mankind. We should be following principles and precepts and truths, wherever they are. They can be on the right side of the aisle, the left side of the aisle, no aisle. But the truth as far as energy is concerned, energy is in everything. It wants to, it desires, it abhors a vacuum, it will flow regardless of whether we jump into the stream or not. So I would, as far as I'm concerned and where I'm at right now, I'm at a big junction point in my life where I'm waking up. I've been woke to the red pill and all of that for a while now, but the more important woke, the more important red pill for me is me. And I've neglected that for a long time. I've chased down rabbit holes that, where's it got me? Knowledge in my head hasn't done anything for me spiritually, hasn't done anything for me career-wise, or it may have, got in the way of some of those things. So anyway, I would encourage you to, if you're on a journey, follow me on my journey, and I will follow you on yours. You can get a hold of me at TheDayFollowingToday @gmail.com. You can follow me on Twitter at day_following, or you can follow me here on YouTube at the Day Following Today channel. I appreciate you being here. It's very cathartic for me that people are interested. And I want to be interested in you. I want these topics, these times that I spend outward, regardless of who may be listening today or in the future. I want it to be a positive experience for you as well. And as I end every video that I do, regardless of how long it's going to be good to yourself.